Expert predictions, naval warfare strategy evolution post-Fujian carrier deployment. Date, January 24, 2025. Summary: the deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier is projected to significantly transform global naval warfare strategies by 2027, impacting naval operations tactics and international relations. This report synthesizes expert analyses regarding anticipated changes in naval tactics and strategies in the wake of the Fujian's deployment. 1. Enhanced Chinese naval capabilities. The Fujian aircraft carrier is anticipated to enhance the People's Liberation Army Navy plan capabilities, marking a turning point in naval power dynamics, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region. This carrier, equipped with cutting-edge technologies such as electromagnetic catapults and advanced radar systems, will allow China to project power further from its shores. Experts predict that this expanded operational range will enable China to assert dominance in contested maritime areas including the South China Sea, thereby altering the strategic balance in the region. 2. U.S. response strategies. In response to the growing capabilities of the Chinese Navy, U.S. naval strategies are expected to evolve significantly. The Chief of Naval Operations (CNO) has highlighted the need for the U.S. Navy to prepare for potential conflicts in the Pacific, particularly given the constraints of flat budgets and a static fleet size. Experts suggest that the U.S. will focus on optimizing existing fleet capabilities while increasing the integration of advanced technologies and intelligence. Strategies may include enhanced surveillance, increased presence in key maritime areas, and the development of countermeasures against the advanced capabilities of the Fujian carrier. 3. Integration of new technologies. The evolution of naval warfare is increasingly influenced by technological advancements. Experts predict that the integration of artificial intelligence, unmanned systems, and cyber capabilities will play a vital role in shaping future naval engagements. These technologies are expected to improve situational awareness, enhance decision-making processes on board naval vessels, and facilitate real-time data sharing among allied forces. As such, navies around the world will likely invest heavily in developing and deploying these advanced systems. 4. Shift in engagement tactics. The introduction of the Fujian carrier is likely to prompt a significant shift in naval engagement tactics. Traditional ship-to-ship combat may become less relevant, giving way to long-range strike capabilities in missile warfare. Naval engagements may increasingly rely on distributed maritime operations (DMO), where smaller, more agile units operate independently or in small groups, utilizing advanced missile systems and unmanned vehicles to engage adversaries from a distance. This tactical shift emphasizes the need for flexibility and rapid response in naval operations. 5. Coalition operations. The evolving maritime landscape will necessitate stronger multinational naval coalitions. Countries in the Indo-Pacific region, recognizing the increasing threat posed by China, are expected to enhance partnerships aimed at collective security. This may include sharing intelligence, conducting joint naval exercises, and coordinating responses to potential conflicts. Experts foresee a trend toward greater interoperability among allied navies as countries work together to counterbalance China's expanding naval presence. Timeline of expected changes by 2027. 2024, the Fujian carrier is expected to achieve initial operational capability, leading to an increased Chinese naval presence in contested waters, particularly in the South China Sea. This deployment will likely result in more assertive Chinese maritime operations and heightened tensions with neighboring countries. 2025, the U.S. Navy is anticipated to conduct extensive naval exercises focusing on integrating new technologies such as unmanned systems and networked operations. These exercises will aim to improve readiness and adapt to emerging threats in the Pacific theater. 2026, heightened geopolitical tensions in the South China Sea are expected to drive regional nations to strengthen alliances and conduct joint naval drills. These exercises will focus on enhancing collective security and readiness to respond to potential Chinese aggression. 2027, By this year, the culmination of strategic adaptations may lead to significant changes in naval engagements. The focus will likely shift towards deterrence and power projection, particularly from the US and its allies. In response to the evolving capabilities of the Chinese Navy. Common themes and divergences. Across various expert analyses, several common themes emerge. Adapting to new realities, there is a consensus on the need for the U.S. Navy to adapt its strategies to counter the rising capabilities of the Chinese Navy. This includes embracing technological advancements and rethinking traditional naval tactics. Importance of technology. The integration of advanced technologies such as AI, cyber capabilities, and unmanned systems is universally acknowledged as crucial for future naval warfare. However, there are diverging perspectives regarding the immediate challenges faced by the U.S. Navy versus the long-term strategic shifts in global maritime norms. Some analyses emphasize the need for immediate operational adjustments, while others focus on broader strategic implications and trends. Conclusion. The deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier represents a pivotal moment in naval warfare, with experts predicting profound transformations in tactics and operations by 2027. As nations adapt to the evolving maritime landscape, the emphasis will be on technological integration, strategic alliances, and innovative naval tactics to navigate the complexities of modern naval warfare. The implications of these changes will resonate not only within the Asia-Pacific region but across the globe, reshaping the future of naval engagements and international security dynamics. The deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier is set to significantly alter the landscape of naval warfare by 2027. The following counterintuitive insights arise from the analysis of this transition. 1. Misconception of power balance. While many analysts predict a shift in the balance of naval power in favor of China due to the Fujian's deployment, it is counterintuitive to assume that this will lead to a straightforward decline in U.S. naval dominance. The U.S. has historically adapted its strategies and technologies in response to emerging threats, suggesting that the perceived advantage gained by China may lead to unforeseen adjustments in U.S. tactics that could neutralize this advantage. 2. Overestimation of carrier superiority. The assumption that the introduction of the Fujian carrier will automatically enhance China's naval power may overlook the vulnerabilities associated with carrier operations in modern warfare. As missile technology and anti-access/area denial A2/AD capabilities improve, carriers may become increasingly at risk in contested environments, prompting a re-evaluation of their role in naval strategy. 3. Technology as a double-edged sword. The integration of advanced technologies such as AI and unmanned systems is often heralded as a game-changer for naval warfare. However, these technologies can also introduce complexities and vulnerabilities. For example, reliance on networked operations could expose naval forces to cyber attacks, potentially undermining the operational advantages these technologies are meant to provide. For coalition dynamics, while the evolution of naval strategy emphasizes the importance of multinational coalitions, the reality of coalition operations can be fraught with challenges. Divergent national interests and varying levels of military capability could hinder the effectiveness of joint operations, countering the expectation that alliances will seamlessly enhance collective security against a rising Chinese threat. 5. Long-range engagement focus. The prediction that naval engagements will shift towards long-range strike capabilities in missile warfare could underestimate the potential for close-quarters naval combat. As tensions escalate, regional powers may prioritize short-range engagements driven by the immediacy of threats in contested waters, which could lead to a resurgence of traditional naval tactics that focus on direct confrontations. 6. Budget constraints yield innovation. The expectation that the U.S. Navy's flat budgets and static fleet size will hinder its operational effectiveness may be countered by the historical precedent of innovation under constraints. Limited resources often catalyze creative problem-solving and strategic innovation, which could lead to the development of new tactics that offset the numerical superiority of the Chinese fleet. 7. Regional responses to Chinese expansion. The anticipated strengthening of regional alliances may not uniformly occur as expected. Nations in the Indo-Pacific might adopt a more cautious approach, balancing their security interests between cooperation with the US and maintaining stable relations with China, which could lead to a more fragmented security landscape rather than a cohesive counterbalance. 8. Underestimating domestic factors. The analysis largely overlooks the impact of domestic factors on military readiness and strategy. Political changes within the US or China could dramatically shift defense priorities and resource allocation, leading to unpredictable outcomes in naval power dynamics. These insights suggest that while the deployment of the Fujian carrier will undoubtedly influence global naval strategies, the resulting shifts may not align with conventional expectations or predictions. The interplay of international relations, technological advancements, and domestic politics will create a complex and evolving naval landscape by 2027. The deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier is poised to bring about transformative changes in global naval warfare strategies with significant implications for both regional and global powers by 2027. While the summary provided covers key predictions and expected changes, there are important aspects that many might overlook, which could have profound implications for future naval engagements. Overlooked content and its significance. 1. The psychological impact on global naval strategy. The deployment of the Fujian carrier is not merely a military enhancement, it represents a psychological shift in naval power dynamics. The Chinese Navy's increased capabilities could lead to a perception of invincibility in regional engagements, thereby emboldening China's assertive posture in contested waters like the South China Sea. This psychological element could deter adversaries from engaging in direct confrontations, fundamentally altering the calculus of naval engagements in the region. 2. Implications for regional powers. The focus on US-China dynamics may obscure the responses of regional powers like India, Japan, and Australia. These nations will likely reassess their naval strategies and capabilities in light of the evolving balance of power. The formation of new alliances or defense agreements among these countries could emerge as a counterbalance to China's growing influence, highlighting the significance of regional coalitions that might not receive as much attention as US-China relations. 3. Technological integration beyond conventional warfare. While the report emphasizes the integration of artificial intelligence and unmanned systems, the nuances of this technological evolution warrant deeper exploration. The development of cyber capabilities and electronic warfare systems will likely redefine naval engagements, shifting focus from traditional metrics of naval power like fleet size to more abstract measures such as information dominance and cyber resilience. The ability to disrupt adversarial communications or navigation systems could become a crucial element of naval strategy. 4. Environmental and economic factors. The environmental considerations surrounding naval operations, particularly in contested waters, are often overlooked. The effects of climate change on sea levels and weather patterns could influence naval strategies and operational planning. Additionally, the economic implications of sustained naval operations, including the costs associated with maintaining a blue water navy amid budgetary constraints, may lead to innovative solutions or strategies that prioritize sustainability alongside military readiness. 5. Historical context and lessons learned. The evolution of naval strategy is often informed by historical precedents. An understanding of past naval conflicts such as World War II or the Cold War can provide valuable insights into present-day strategies. For instance, the lessons learned from aircraft carrier operations during past engagements could inform how nations perceive the strategic value of carriers like the Fujian. This historical context is significant as it shapes contemporary military doctrines and operational planning. 6. Influence of non-state actors. The potential role of non-state actors in naval conflicts is another area that might be overlooked. As naval power dynamics shift, the actions of pirate groups, insurgents, or even private maritime security firms could influence naval operations and strategies. The implications of these actors on maritime security trade routes and international law could introduce complexities that traditional analyses may not fully capture. 7. Public perception and media influence. The way naval developments are portrayed in media can shape public perception and political discourse. The narrative surrounding the Fujian carrier and its capabilities may influence public support for military spending or specific naval strategies. Understanding the interplay between media representation and public sentiment is crucial, as it can drive policy decisions and strategic priorities in unforeseen ways. Conclusion. The deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier is set to catalyze significant transformations in global naval warfare strategies. However, the broader implications of this deployment extend beyond immediate military capabilities and involve psychological, regional, technological, economic, historical, non-state, and media-related dimensions. Recognizing these often overlooked factors is essential for comprehensively understanding the future landscape of naval warfare and the strategic maneuvers that may unfold by 2027. Addressing these nuances will enable military planners and policymakers to better anticipate and respond to the evolving challenges in global maritime security. 1. Enhanced Chinese naval capabilities. The deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier signifies a pivotal enhancement in China's naval capabilities, enabling it to project power further into the blue waters of the Asia-Pacific. This shift not only alters the regional balance of power but also compels neighboring countries and global powers, particularly the United States, to reassess their naval strategies and operational doctrines. The advanced technologies integrated into the Fujian are expected to provide China with a significant advantage in terms of operational reach and flexibility, highlighting the need for a strategic response from other naval powers to maintain balance. 2. U.S. response strategies. The anticipated U.S. Navy response to the evolving Chinese naval threat underscores the challenges posed by budget constraints and a static fleet size. The Chief of Naval Operations has indicated a strong emphasis on optimizing existing capabilities while innovating through technology and intelligence integration. This situation necessitates a shift in U.S. naval tactics, focusing on networked operations and the integration of unmanned systems to counterbalance Chinese advancements. The U.S. Navy's ability to adapt and innovate will be critical in maintaining its strategic advantage in the Pacific. 3. Integration of technologies. Technological integration is a cornerstone of the evolving naval warfare landscape. The rise of artificial intelligence, unmanned systems, and cyber capabilities will fundamentally alter situational awareness and decision-making processes in naval operations. This evolution necessitates that navies around the world invest in new technologies and training to harness these capabilities effectively. As nations adapt to these changes, the ability to operate with high levels of situational awareness and rapid decision-making will become increasingly vital in naval engagements. For coalition operations, the growing emphasis on multinational naval coalitions reflects a strategic shift in response to perceived threats, particularly from China. Countries in the Indo-Pacific region are likely to strengthen partnerships and increase joint exercises to enhance collective security. This trend towards coalition operations not only serves to deter potential aggression but also fosters interoperability among allied forces. As regional tensions rise, the ability to conduct coordinated maritime operations will be essential in maintaining stability and deterring conflict in contested waters. 1. The Battle of Midway 1942. This pivotal World War II naval battle between the United States and Japan marked a significant turning point in the Pacific theater. The U.S. Navy, leveraging intelligence from intercepted Japanese communications, was able to anticipate and counter Japan's attack plans. The battle demonstrated the effectiveness of aircraft carriers and naval aviation, leading to a strategic shift that emphasized air power in naval engagements, ultimately influencing naval warfare tactics for decades to come. 2. The Falklands War in 1982. The conflict between the United Kingdom and Argentina over the Falkland Islands showcased the importance of naval power and the effective use of aircraft carriers in modern warfare. The British Royal Navy employed a combination of naval surface forces, submarines, and air power to project force over the vast South Atlantic, highlighting the value of carrier strike groups. This conflict underscored the necessity of maintaining a robust naval presence and readiness to engage in distant operations, shaping future naval strategies. 3. The Gulf War 1990–1991. The Gulf War demonstrated the integration of advanced technology in naval warfare, particularly the use of precision-guided munitions launched from naval vessels. The U.S. Navy played a crucial role in establishing naval dominance in the Persian Gulf, employing aircraft carriers to deliver airstrikes and support ground operations. This conflict highlighted the shift towards network-centric warfare, emphasizing real-time communication and intelligence sharing among forces, which has influenced naval tactics and strategies in subsequent conflicts. The deployment of China's Fujian aircraft carrier marks a pivotal moment in global naval warfare, with significant implications for strategies and tactics by 2027. Here are the key predictions and anticipated changes in naval warfare strategy post-deployment. Enhanced Chinese naval capabilities. The Fujian carrier is set to significantly enhance the People's Liberation Army Navy's planned operational reach and capabilities. With advanced technology and increased tonnage, the carrier will allow China to project power further into the Indo-Pacific and strengthen its presence in contested waters. This shift is expected to alter the balance of naval power, compelling neighboring countries and global powers to reassess their naval strategies. U.S. response strategies. In light of China's expanding naval capabilities, the U.S. Navy is expected to pivot its strategies towards countering potential threats in the Pacific. The Chief of Naval Operations (CNO) has indicated that the U.S. will focus on maximizing the efficiency of its existing fleet while facing budgetary constraints. This may lead to a push for innovative tactics that leverage emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and unmanned systems to maintain operational superiority. Integration of technologies. The future of naval warfare will increasingly rely on advanced technologies. The integration of artificial intelligence, unmanned aerial vehicles (UAVs), and cyber capabilities will enhance situational awareness and decision-making processes. These technologies will allow for more effective reconnaissance, targeting, and real-time data sharing among naval forces, reshaping traditional naval engagements. Shift in engagement tactics. With the introduction of powerful carriers like the Fujian, naval engagements are likely to shift focus from traditional ship-to-ship combat to long-range strike capabilities in missile warfare. This evolution will necessitate new operational formations and strategies such as Distributed Maritime Operations (DMO), where smaller agile units operate independently or in small groups to evade detection and maximize effectiveness. Coalition operations. As the geopolitical landscape evolves, the importance of multinational naval coalitions will grow. Countries in the Indo-Pacific region, recognizing the threat posed by China, are likely to enhance partnerships and collaboration. This could involve increased intelligence sharing, joint exercises, and coordinated naval operations aimed at ensuring collective security and deterrence. Timeline of expected changes by 2027. 2024. The Fujian carrier will begin operational deployments, leading to an increased Chinese naval presence in strategic regions such as the South China Sea. 2025. The U.S. Navy is expected to conduct naval exercises focused on integrating new technologies, particularly in networked operations and the deployment of unmanned systems. 2026. Heightened tensions in the South China Sea will likely prompt regional allies to strengthen their alliances and engage in more frequent joint naval exercises. 2027. The culmination of these strategic adaptations may result in a significant shift in naval engagements, prioritizing deterrence and power projection from the U.S. and its allies in response to the evolving capabilities of the Chinese Navy. Common themes and divergences. Across various analyses, experts agree on the necessity for the U.S. Navy to adapt to the rising capabilities of the Chinese fleet and the critical role of technology in future naval warfare. However, there are differing views on the immediacy of challenges faced by the U.S. and the long-term strategic shifts that could redefine global maritime norms. Conclusion: the deployment of the Fujian aircraft carrier is set to catalyze substantial transformations in naval warfare strategies by 2027. The evolving landscape underscores the importance of adaptation, technological integration, and the formation of strategic alliances to address new maritime threats and maintain stability in the Indo-Pacific region. As major powers recalibrate their naval strategies, the dynamics of naval warfare will continue to evolve, shaping the future of global security.